Well, here we are. Now we're on to week 5 of this AI stock picking project. Today is going to be March 17th, so I think that we're in for a bit of a treat because we finally have seen a little bit of an uptick in our portfolio. Now, if this is your first time tuning in, I want to tell you a little bit about what we're doing here. So the goal of this project is for 6 months, every Monday, we ask ChatGPT, what does it think about our portfolio? What should we do? Do we buy, sell, hold? What are we doing? And this all started with a $10,000 investment into a fake portfolio. So all of this is play money for fun, just to see what would happen with GPT. So for the last couple weeks, we've been having quite a downturn in our portfolio. Obviously, there's a lot of things going on in the US and with the stock market. So, of course, we would expect to see some kind of negative result in our portfolio for this challenge. But that's why we wanted to let it sit for about 6 months to see what would happen. This is week 5. The previous weeks we've had down, 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 down. But this is the first week we've actually seen an increase. We're still down. Don't get me wrong, we are still down. But it's not as bad as it could be. So, all that said, this is going to be a quick one. We're just going to take a look real quick at our portfolio. Then we're going to do the usual where we feed it into GPT, see what it says, and hopefully it's got some good suggestions for us. So let's take a look at the computer real quick and see what's there. What we see here is going to be our portfolio. As you can see, we actually are only down $1,200. So that's a step up from last week. Last week we were down basically about 300 bucks. We can see here that most of our stocks have kind of stabilized. They're not just completely nosediving anymore. Nvidia has kind of gone up a little bit better, so that's a step in the right direction. Our big winner, though, is still Progressive. Like, I'm actually very surprised at this. Like, this has been one of the solid stocks so far that we've picked. Low-key, kind of wish that we put a little bit more money into it. Maybe if we took away some of Microsoft or Google. Once we get this stock to go up a little bit, I think we might cut our losses at Nvidia if it jumps back down to another 20% negative. Right now we're sitting at about 15%, so yeah, I mean, we're gaining back, but it still doesn't look all that pretty. With all of this, we're still down, right? We're down about 4.7%. I am actually very surprised that some of these are not doing so hot. Like Amazon, I'm really kind of surprised. I really thought that one would have shot through the roof because, I mean, everybody I know in my life, and now this is anecdotal, obviously, but everybody shops on Amazon. Like, it's either Amazon or Walmart. Most people aren't going out anymore to purchase things if they need a random toy or a pair of shoes or a shirt. Most of them are just getting it off Amazon because it's easier just to order in. Now, obviously, like, there's other companies out there, especially in the attire space, where they'd be able to go physically try it on and see it. But if you're just getting socks or whatever, most people don't care. So we can see that we have quite a nice increase for this week, but we're still down overall for the last 5 weeks. So the next thing, as always, we have to export this document to Excel and then feed it to GPT. So let's go ahead, take a look, see what it wants to do. So I always ask our good overlord, the AI, in polite ways, look this portfolio over and tell me what I think. Should we sell anything this week? Let's see what it says. I've been very impressed with GPT in the short time that I've been using it, especially the premium version. It's pretty neat how it can actually take a document like this and actually look it over, and it seems to be pretty accurate. So let's see here. We got current portfolio summary. Obviously, Nvidia's down, Microsoft's down, Apple's down, and Google's down. Our normal things. The same thing it told us last week is that the tech sector seems to be kind of taking a beating this past few weeks. Yeah, no doubt the AI bubble is probably popping, but you know, that's why we're doing this challenge, to see can the AI bubble make some money back for when it does pop. All right, recommendations, hold or trim. Microsoft down only 4.6%, suggesting strong resilience. Holding makes sense. Nvidia's a high growth potential, but also high volatility. If we're risk adverse or need liquidity, we can trim that. I am a risky individual, so I think we're gonna hold on to this. Like I said, once we get to about 20% again, I think we're gonna cut our losses and just kind of move on to a different stock that's a little bit better of a performer. But I've been a big Nvidia purchaser as a consumer. I think that they're a solid company. I like their product. but who knows? We'll see what GPT says to do next week. Apple is long-term stability. The dip could persist. It says holding or slightly reducing. Google's likely to recover. I agree. I think Google is a powerhouse that's going to be here for a very long time. So it kind of sounds like to me that it would basically be watch Nvidia, watch Apple. If it continues to fall, maybe we cut back a little bit. Otherwise, just kind of leave things where it is. I think that's a pretty good way of looking at it, but for fun, let's go ahead and see what it thinks the market's going to do by next week. Do you have any ideas for how the market will perform this week and next week? We'll see what it says. So I like the premium version because it'll actually look up the internet, the query that I'm asking it. And it's really neat because you can also see that it'll give you the source. And when you click the source, it'll actually bring you to the source itself so that way you can double check, is it telling me the truth? So let's see here. It's telling us that on the 19th and 20th, the Federal Reserve will announce its interest rate decision. That could be very impactful to what we've got going on. We obviously have the trade tensions and the tariffs going on. Corporate earnings are set to come out soon. I don't know if that'll affect anything on our sheet, but it might. So I guess that means that we could be in for a rocky week. Could also be in for a good one. I think that we're kind of hopefully turning around a bit, especially since we've seen some games, and maybe it's a slight blip, but I think we're kind of in a good space right now. So far, so good. We've lost a little bit, but we're not down for the count just yet. So I think we've got some time to recover. We just let the market do what the market's going to do. And based off of GPT's suggestion, I think this week we're going to hold very quick update video just to kind of keep track of where we're at. As always, I have a link to the Google Doc listed below. If you click on that, you'll be able to see the day that I update it. Again, it'll be every Monday, somewhere between 12 o'clock and 4 o'clock, somewhere in that ballpark. Every Monday we'll update it. You can click that link and you can see what are we doing? What's going on? Where are we at? How much have we gained? How much have we lost? What other stocks have we purchased and which ones have we sold? The whole point of this is to be a community project. If you think that there maybe is a stock that I should look at, leave a comment below. If you think I'm crazy for leaving Nvidia on there and you think I should sell it, tell me, leave a comment. This is a community project using GPT to kind of fuel most of our decisions. Your involvement helps me help GPT know what to do, and I can feed it the correct information or the suggestions, and then it can help us all together have a successful project. If you enjoy videos like this, hit that like button, hit subscribe. I have more videos posted every day in the world of well and septic, home ownership, personal finance, budgeting. We have it all here. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow.